am the Orgone Alchemist, and I'm here with my friend, Reverend Arthur Russell Martin. And he's going to introduce himself, and then we're going to talk about the Orgonite and how he incorporates this into his Reiki practice. Arthur?
Hello everyone, my name is Reverend Arthur Russell Martin III. I am a Reiki Master Teacher and Practitioner. I also read tarot cards.
Very well.
And I also have been working with the Orgonite, both in my practice of Reiki and my tarot readings and my everyday life. So Donna has a few questions for me she's going to ask, and I'll answer honestly. And then I want to show everyone a little bit of what we have.
All right. When you start working on a client, how do you incorporate the Orgonite into your session?
I first started using the Orgonite in this session. It was strange. Someone came in and they felt like their left arm something was wrong, and we got to talking, and then I felt that it had a heavy heart, and at the time I actually had this piece here that was made specifically for me, and it's a malachite Orgonite piece heart, and I gave it to her just to hold, and she said how it was heating up and that she felt it was tingling up through her arm and into her heart chakra. And so I gave her a sample piece of Reiki healing, and I had her hold the piece of Orgonite just over her heart chakra. This has made me use it actually on people, some that are really heavy-hearted, and they have what I call a soul hurt, which is if you picture a silhouette of a person, and a tear in the silhouette is there, and there's a light behind it, and the light shines through, then the light that shines through would be the soul escaping from the actual heart, like your soul is just kind of leaking out. And with this, the Orgonite and the malachite, a mixture of, because of the stone and what it does and how it amplifies the stone's properties, I believe it helps me with my Reiki sessions. I've used it under my table when healing for the crown chakra, as well at the base of the feet, to pull and help diffuse the negative energy that I've loosened up and gotten out of the body.
Okay, so did your client feel a difference when you started using the Orgonite?
The first time I used it, yes, like I said, it heated up, it tingled up her arm. She felt a release afterwards. There's another woman that I did a session on that for whatever reason, I just knew she was going to cry. I just knew she was going to cry, and I had to have the tissues near me, and I did. And then I knew she had to have the heart with a malachite in it. And I asked her to bring something personal of hers. And this is all before I met her. And then she gets in, and I put the heart on, and I'm doing her chakras. And as I get to the heart chakra, I'm really focused, and I have my hands over top of the Orgonite itself. And everything's heated up really well. And she starts crying. And I'm so into the Reiki, I don't even notice until it's in her ear. And I'm like, oh my God, I knew you were gonna cry. I'm so sorry, don't be embarrassed, let me get the tissues. And I was like, I was prepared for this, but I forgot. And so I really think it helped just relax her and just put her in a state where she could just let go of all the heavy burdens that she had on her soul inside her.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, so I know part of Reiki is also long distance healing when the client is not able to be in front of you.
Yes.
How do you incorporate the Orgonite into a long distance session?
Well, if I was doing a long distance session, which I just recently did for someone, and I use the Orgonite piece, I actually, people use props in distance healing when doing distant Reiki. If you had a pillow, you would start at the top or a teddy bear and pretend it's the head, and you work your way down like a body, like you did in a physical sense of touching. With that, I kind of incorporated that into the Orgonite use of distant healing, and I focused that my hands, each time I put them on the Orgonite, was on the part of the body that I was working on at that time. I also told the client what part of the body I was working on. I was a little skeptical, but it really did help me channel myself, and might have been more of a grounding thing for me, that I was able to more channel the energy into the universe, or it was that I could channel it through the Orgonite and into the universe. One way or the other, it definitely worked. I had a great review. I was not expecting. I was skeptical, like I said, and I couldn't believe the outcome. My hands still heated up like I was touching someone. I mean, it was awesome. So that I just used it. Like I said, I put my hands here, and I mean, as I went down, I kind of went down through the big pyramid I call Big Bubba. But then I also kind of switched hands when I would do other hand techniques as well.
Awesome. So, overall, do you think that the Orgonite has enhanced your practice, or?
Go ahead. I'm excited to answer. It's okay. Go ahead. Finish the question.
Does it assist you like more, or has it enhanced your channeling?
Yes, absolutely. I think that it gives. I am a firm believer in crystal use and healing properties. I believe with Orgonite, the crystal uses and the healing properties are amplified. The way that the Orgonite is made, it is an amplifier. You have copper, you have quartz, you have the metal, you have everything that you need in there to build. And especially with the pyramids, they actually really rise up and come to a point, which really just focuses upward, And so I love them under my massage tables. I love them for the distant Reiki. I use my Orgonite coaster. I use my Orgonite heart by my bed when I have it. I have the Orgonite around my house. Actually, it's all in my bedroom right now, I won't lie. But so are like 12 plants. So I want them to have it too. Because even though I might not be using the piece directly, the piece is using me, if we can say that.
Okay. So many people place their Orgonite next to their bed.
Yes.
Like you just have it in your room. They put it near the Wi-Fi because that's what it's for, to block the EMFs. And, sometimes they put it on a shelf next to their plants because it's also beneficial for the plants.
My 12 plants in my bedroom.
Yes. But what if someone was wanting to use it to work on themselves? How would you recommend, would I recommend them using it to work on their issues or their traumas or their,
Yes, I do. I think a lot of people would benefit from the use of it in meditation. Because as we meditate, we go through ourselves and our inner selves, and we work on the things that we have and kind of the places that we go to. I believe that this would enhance our ability to meditate, whether it is a palm size like my heart, or the dragon, or even the small pyramid. But if it was me, the pyramids, I would want to touch them. I want to touch them, like in the pyramid shape. Actually, wrap my hands around them. I believe that by doing that in any of the pieces, by holding them, using them under you, near you, or even holding them like this in the triangle, that you are amplifying yourself and your own energies. And when you do that, and you're meditating, your meditation is going to be much deeper. You're going to be able to go into those soul hurts. You're going to be able to go through the negativity that you're beating yourself up over, the solar plexus that are causing digestive issues or other things that are going on. Those type of examples, you can help reset and restore your chakras, as well as your state of mind. The more you meditate, of course, the better it is. The more you use your Orgonite, the better it is. I mean, I love mine, and I have it, like I said, in my bedroom. It uses me, I don't use it.
Well, I think you've already answered the last question.
Oh, I skipped a question.
But let me just ask it anyways. How has it personally helped you?
It has enhanced my practice of my Reiki. It has also helped me enhance my my channeling of energy. Even with my tarot reading, we really didn't talk much about that. But it's the same way when meditating. When you concentrate on your own feelings and your intuitions, you have to let go of the state of mind that tells you no, you're wrong. You have to trust yourself. And when you trust yourself and you get it right, you feel so good afterwards. I don't like having people tell me things before a reading. I don't like having people tell me things before a session. I really like to just try to figure it out on my own and tell you. I'll tell you, then you tell me if I'm right. And with the Orgonite, it helps me just connect to a higher place, a different state of mind that lets me stop the no's. And just say, you know, I really feel this strongly. You feel it stronger. You're just like, oh, yes. And it's easier to interpret.
Is it more like a knowing or is it more like a feeling?
A knowing is a feeling.
That's true. But
a knowing, it depends on how much you trust yourself. The feeling is a knowing. But unless you know that feeling is true, you won't go with it. But you have to let that other state of mind go in the background and really trust. And I think that does help because it helps you open your mind spiritually. Does that make sense?
Fantastic.
All right. Yay.
All right, that's all the questions that I have for you. Do you want to end with anything?
I don't know.
Arthur, where can they get a hold of you?
That's Reiki, Psychic Tarot, and more on Facebook's pages. I post inspirational posts, more about what I do, and Orgonite, of course, because I love it, along with some other things that people do. So check it out. If you want to subscribe, I also have a YouTube channel. It'll be up. I'll send the link on my page, and you can click and subscribe for more videos like this.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me. Yes, anytime.